Hey, Cindy Karabi here. Welcome to 3 tips to improve your digestion. Do you know that we have 100 trillion good and bad bacteria in our gut, in our microbiome, in our intestinal tract, and that controls 70% of our immune system? When they say all disease begins in the gut, and that's true. So we really have to be aware of the connection between our intestinal tract, our digestive system, and our brain, and our overall health. So first tip I'm going to tell you seems pretty easy, but be cognizant of the fact that you must chew your food. When you put the food into your mouth, that is step 1 of the digestive process. If you're swallowing food whole or large pieces, it's going to be really hard for the stomach to start breaking it down. You need to do your best to make most of that process complete right in the mouth. So do that, chew thoroughly until it is mush. I'm not going to tell you how many times to chew, just chew thoroughly. The next thing would be, it travels down your esophagus and it goes into your stomach. Well, the stomach has 2 things going on there that are responsible for breaking down the food. So one is the acid, it's hydrochloric acid, very powerful. And the other one is digestive enzymes. So the role here is to break down the food to prevent food poisoning and parasites from growing, so that everything's neutralized, and when it gets to the small intestine, it's broken down. It's great. The pancreas gets a break, the small intestines get a rest, and all that happens in the stomach. If you don't have enough acid in your stomach or digestive enzymes, then the process isn't going to be as complete, as effective. So that's why when people say to me, well, what supplements do you think I should take? Digestive enzymes are always on that list, because we should be taking one with every meal to help our body breaking down all of that food that we're putting in so many times during the day. So a lot of people think that acid reflux also is an overproduction of acid in the stomach. What it really is that the sphincter, which is like an opening at the bottom of your esophagus, is weak. So the acid that does live in the stomach, that should be there, is creeping up, and it's causing that burning feeling in the esophagus, sometimes in the back of the throat. What you need to do is to get that checked. That's a muscle, but not to decrease the acid that's in your stomach, because that acid is so crucial for breaking down your food. In fact, when you drink something like apple cider vinegar in a glass of water, like a little bit before your meal, that's going to add to the acid in your stomach to help breaking down the food, and then it's not going to be sent into the small intestines undigested. If that were to happen in the small intestines, you can get something called SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And you're not going to want that, because that causes a lot of gas, a lot of bloating, and just feeling of discomfort, because your small intestines are not meant to be breaking down the food. It has to happen in your mouth, and it has to happen in your stomach. So make sure that you're chewing properly, that if you feel like you don't have enough acid in your stomach, take that apple cider vinegar before meals. If you don't like the taste of it in the water, put a little bit of raw honey, and that should be good. Make sure that you are leaving space between your meals. This is a hot topic, intermittent fasting, which I'll touch on in another video, but you need to have space for your digestive system to rest. You don't want to graze all day and constantly let it be working. You want to eat your meal and then give it 3-4 hours of rest before you eat your next meal. So that's another tip. If you like these tips and you want more, contact me. Bye.